is up, you guys? Welcome back to my channel. Today is a makeup tutorial on the look that I'm wearing right here. I actually wanted to do a recreation of a look that Karen, or if you're familiar with I Love Sadai, back in like 2018 or 19, she did this exact makeup tutorial. I come across that video because I wanted to get some inspiration to use just color. I wanted to try and get some colorful, bright tutorials in to basically in the summer, because we're coming up on the fall and we're going to be doing darker, like vampy lips, smoky intense eyes, even like just fall-esque makeup. And I'm actually using her original palette from ColourPop. I just felt very inspired to recreate this look that she did back in like 2018 or 19. Now obviously I didn't use like every single exact thing that she used, but for the most part, as far as the eyes go, I tried to replicate it because I have looked up to her for years, years at this point. So yeah, that's basically it. If you guys like this look and you want to see how to achieve this for yourself, then give this video a big thumbs up and hit that subscribe button down below and hit that notification bell so you get notified every time I upload a new video. And I will catch you guys in the next one. Bye guys.
What's up, you guys? Welcome back to my channel. Today we are going to be starting with our eyes. I'm using my e.l.f. concealer to prime my eyes today. And I will be setting that with my Maybelline Fit Me powder. I know I don't show it on camera, but that's what I'm using today. Because in my opinion, if you set your concealer with powder, I feel like the blending process for any kind of eyeshadow you're going to apply is just, it makes the process so much more smooth. I'm going to be taking the shade Nostalgia, and I'm going to be using that for my transition shade today. And I know it still looks intense for a transition, but we are doing a colorful look today, so therefore it kind of fits the bill, if you will. And this is like a mix of a good pinky brownie type of shade, so it works perfect for a colorful look, for a more dramatic look. And honestly, you could probably do this shade all by itself with a little bit of mascara and you're good to go. I'm just taking a big fluffy brush and just buffing that all in my transition and kind of swooping it all over the eyes once I basically have no more shadow left on my brush. Just kind of making the blending process easier on myself. Next, I'm going in with Misbehave. This is just a darker version of what we just used. It's still got a little bit of brown in there with a little bit of pink and a little bit of purple, a little bit of everything in there. And I'm putting that in my crease. And once I basically have no shadow left on my brush, then I'm going to buff that all over the eye like I did Nostalgia. And also with the same brush that I used Nostalgia with. Because again, the more you blend, the less trouble you have in the end. I'm going to be going in with Lomo, and I'm putting that all over my lid. And I put it all over my lid, and then I'm going to take it up to my crease, and I'm going to carve it out into my crease. Not exactly a cut crease, but I'm going to make sure that I get the desired payoff for this color. Now this color is such a bright color, and I know the camera does not do this shade justice, but in person, this is such a bright, fun color. Very like hot pink, watermelon, a little bit of red, a little bit of everything happening in here. Next, I'm going in with Divina, and I'm going to stamp this along my lash line. And then what I'll do is I'll take a smaller blending brush. Any small fluffy brush will do. And once I've got it stamped onto my lash line, I'm going to buff it basically into my crease. It's not going to make it darker, but it will give you more dimension and give the eye more structure. So it won't look as scary. As you see, we clearly are working with bright color, but adding this little bit of depth can make a worlds of difference with any type of eye look. I'm going to be going in with my Maybelline Studio Gel Liner in Blackest Black, and I'm going to go ahead and do my liner real quick. Now, I don't know if I've mentioned this before, but the way that I start my liner is I start from the corner of my eye, like right at the end of my eyebrow, and I draw a line, kind of like connecting the outer corner of my eye to my eyebrow. And then once I've got that line, I'll basically trace out what I want my eyeliner to look like. And then once I feel like I have the shape that I want of my eyeliner, then I go in and fill it in. I'm going to tight line really quickly. Just using the same old black eyeliner I've been using the last few videos because it's still standing and it still works. I'm going to curl my lashes really quick and then apply some mascara. I'm using my tried and true, my Tarte Lights Camera Lashes mascara. This, until this dries out possibly, this will be the mascara that I use unless I use something different. Gonna go in with my Ardell Whispies. These are still a ride or die lash for, and in my opinion, they're the best. They're the best drugstore. I still haven't tried Kiss lashes yet. I will at some point, but for now, this is what we're sticking with. They haven't done me wrong yet, so don't. If it ain't broken, don't fix it. Now, I know I'm going in with 2 primers today, and it's not necessary to use 2, but I just felt the need to use 2 today. I'm going in with the, it's called Styledry, and it's a prep and prime. So it's basically a moisturizer and a primer in one. And then I'm going to be using the e.l.f., what's it called? Hydra Grip? The e.l.f. Grip Primer, the dupe for Milk. It's the best thing since sliced bread, honestly. Like, if you haven't gotten a hold of the Milk Makeup Hydra Grip Primer and you're looking for a good primer on a budget, the e.l.f. is your best friend. Using the Pure Cosmetics foundation. This is the 4-in-1 complexion foundation. And I kind of made fun of myself a few videos back because I was applying my foundation and then went to put the rest of what I didn't use in the bottle, or back in the bottle, and then realized that the top to unscrew was the concealer part. So I could not have laughed harder at myself. I've had this foundation for a minute, and just now realized that they had concealer in it. Now, this foundation does tend to lean a little bit more on the matte side for me, which is why I used a really hydrating primer along with my grip primer. Because you get the stickiness of one, but you also get the hydration of the other one. going back in with my e.l.f. concealer and just concealing these designer bags, man. I'm going to go ahead and set all that down with my Maybelline loose powder. And I realized also I highlighted my forehead and my Cupid's bow, and I totally forgot to say that. I do lightly set my under eyes because I am on the dry side, so when I use powder, I use a very small amount of it first go around. Now I'm actually taking that shade Divina again, and I'm putting that on my lower lash line, kind of stamping that as well. I'm using a small definer brush. I went ahead and quickly put liner on my waterline too, because when I go in and buff my lower lash line out, I'll buff that liner along with my lashes. Next, I'm actually taking the shade Nostalgia again, and I'm buffing that Divina out on my lower lash line. And as you see, I kind of go up where my wing is, because we're not exactly doing a bombshell look, but I am smoking it out. Just gonna put mascara on my lower lashes really quickly. Next, for the brows, I'm using my Benefit Brow Definer as usual, and with the power of editing, ta-da! Brows are done. I'm gonna bronze my face, my cheeks, and all the things with my Too Faced milk chocolate bronzer. Honestly, probably until I hit pan, this is going to be the bronzer that I use, because this is literally the best bronzer I've ever used. For a pale girl, it's the best thing ever. It's not too brown, too red, too gray, too muddy. It's like literally the perfect bronzer. I'm using Luminoso for my blush as always. Now you do see me change brushes, and I realized this while I was editing. I started off with the angled brush you just saw me use, and then I went in with the fluffier brush because I washed my brushes a few days ago. Or actually, I washed them the night before I filmed this. And for some reason, when I went to use that brush, it was still on the wet side, so I had to use a different brush. I am using the MAC Whisper of Guilt highlight to highlight my cheekbones. And I also will highlight my Cupid's bow and the bridge of my nose with this as well. Now for my eyebrow highlight, I actually do use a different highlighter. As you see, I'm using the Benefit Cookie Highlight. I actually heard about this highlight from Jaclyn Hill from several years ago, actually. And this is such a pretty, like, pearly, vanilla-y kind of highlight. It's not too icy, and it's not too dark for me. Can't get any better than that. I'm gonna go ahead and apply my lippies here. I'm using the Tresluce. This is Empower Me lipstick. I'm not exactly sure what kind of lipstick this is, but it basically has a matte finish, and me personally, I feel like it doesn't transfer, and it's wonderful. I'm just gonna set all of that down with my Morphe Continuous Setting Mist. And I did spray my face a couple of times because one time just wasn't gonna cut it for me, and I had to do a second one. Well, that is the final look, guys. I hope you guys enjoyed this makeup tutorial. Please subscribe if you haven't already, and I will catch you guys in my next video. Bye, guys.